Hey, good evening guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be creating a particular design I made some time ago. This design. Now this design was made for the pre-modular class tutorials. This call for tutorial version and this the second version. So today I intend to creating this. So to start with, we'll get straight to our Pixellab. But before that, if you've not subscribed to the channel, do well to subscribe to get more videos, informative videos like this, and stay updated with recent updates on the channel. So the first thing in every design is to set your canvas size. Remember, this is your canvas. To set it the size you want to use for the design. So for this design, I'll be using the size 1000 by 110. So that would be like 1:11, 10:11 rather. So this is the size I'll be using for the design. So just come along as we make this design. So the next thing I'll do now is to change the color of my canvas to white. Now there are reasons why I'm changing it to white, just to maintain a particular effect. Or I could leave it like this if I want to. Let's say, okay, let me just change it to white. So now my canvas is white. So the next thing is to import your elements, the major elements. The first one is the background. Now you know that to import anything you have to click on the import button and import it. But for the sake of this video, to make it short, I've imported some elements into it already. So I'll just show you how to import. I think to import, yes, the background. This is the background I used. Import it, place it, extension, place it to. Okay. So here you go, you have the background already. So you need to import the background already. So this is the background. Just place it very well. You work it. Now if you notice, I've imported a lot of things here to make this section short. So these are your elements. The next thing is to import the main design. Whenever you're creating design, you have to have the main design as your guide. So this is the main design. Now this is the main design. Now from this main design, you would notice that in the background here and here there are pictures in it, like there is this blended pictures in it. So you would have to carry out that manipulation on Pixellab. It's quite simple. Now follow me as I convert this kind of plain background to that manipulated background. First I'll import a shape. Then I'll click on gradient. I'll go to my gradient. Now I have two kind of gradient here, up and down, and from up to down and from down to up. Now I've shown you how to create gradient in the previous video. I will not do that in this video, so it will be shorter. So I'll choose the up to down gradient. It's quite simple to create the up to down gradient. What you do is just click on your plus icon, you fade this side, and from the last video I showed you, so I want to do that now. But I tried it. You fade this side, and automatically you have this side, it's transparent, and this side is white. So this is your up to down gradient. Now the next thing you do, you click on your OK. Now you import texture into this faded gradient. To do that, you click on this icon and you locate your texture where it is. For this particular design, the textures are here. So I'll look for them. I have a lot of resources here, so I'll just scroll to the point where I'll be able to get this texture. Okay, I think I'm getting close. I'm still finding. Okay, more colors. So for the top, this is the texture I used. So this is it. So I'll import it into the design. Now if you notice, you see this line here, demarcating the first and second designs. I'll just try to ensure that that line does not appear. Then I'll stretch this. You can see. So I'll stretch this. Now this is a classroom. Remember, this flyer was for the tutorial, so this depicts the purpose of the flyer. So whatever customization you're doing to your background should depict the purpose. You get to, let's say 20. Now after bringing that in, I reduce opacity. So I've done that. I'll block it. The next thing is to bring in the other image. If you notice here too, there's a background, so I'll do that now. I'll do same thing I just did now. So follow me. If you didn't get the first part, this is a good part too for you to get to. Use the white up to down gradient. Now up to down, the up is transparent while the down is white. You get it. So that's just what I would use. So I'll go to my texture, click on texture, add image as the texture, then locate the second picture I want to use for the down. Because like I did this design months ago, so the elements are way below all the elements. So I'll just locate it again. Okay, so I'm almost there. So this is the element I used to. This is it. Now what I do, I just extend this to fit, and I would extend this. Now if you notice, it's not blending very well, so I'll go back to this my edit here now. And what I'll do is I'll come to my gradient, click on plus, Then I'll take this way, and I'll bring this to the middle, and I'll bring this way be. I want it to be, I want the top to fade the more. You get, as I'm bringing this way. So let's see how it is now. So you see now, see the outcome of it. I'll extend it now. I'll extend it now. So I'm extending it now. So this is it. I'm extending it. So here it is. Here it is. Now the next thing, I will reduce the opacity just as I did for the first one. Now reducing the opacity would help it blend properly to the background. So here it is. I think this should be enough. Then I will bring it down a bit, push it down a bit so that everything will be proper. Now this design was made for medical students. That's why you could see these pictures here. It depicts the courses they are about to, the courses that will be tutored. You get, that will be handled in course of the tutorials. So the next thing is to create these shapes here in this design. So I'll click on my shape. Now the first shape there is that colored shape. That colored shape. I'll just, okay, this should be enough. I'll go to my gradient, color gradient, and I'll create the gradient. Now how to create this gradient? I'll just click on this. You get, now this side to side gradient, I'll just go, it's running vertically, horizontally rather. So it's running horizontally. I'll click on this, choose the first color from my main design from here, click on OK. Then over here, choose the second color from this part of the design. You see the color here and here is different. That's how you'll be able to get your gradient. So I have gotten my gradient for this part. Now I'll click on OK. Now I'll create another shape. Now for this shape, I could do same thing. It's for the line, that line, darker line down there. I could do same thing, but before now I created that gradient, so I will be able to just pick it. No, it is not it. I have to create it again. So this is how I did it. Same thing. Just click on this side and click on this other side. Locate the gradient. That part. Click OK. If you want me to show you the hex code for this, it's easy. But I'll send you the picture. Oh, okay. For the sake of those online, let me just show you the hex code. Now for this part, the hex code is 472E3F. E37 rather. While for the darker part, for the lighter part, the hex code is A25134. So with this, you have your gradient. So after creating your gradient, the next thing is to create the shapes and the write-ups. So let's run. For the shape, you would create a new shape. Now for this shape, just extend it to size. Now you increase the radius to, I think 10 should work. About 10. Change the color. I have the color here preset already in my gradient, so let me just look for it. Okay, it's no longer here, so let me just pick a color. Pick the color from the picture, just as I did for the other ones. For the light part, then the dark part. So here you go. This is the shape. This is the shape. Okay. This is the shape. Extend it to the right. This is the shape that will be used for this design. We can find this and then centralize it. After that, or you can lock your shape. Now the next thing is to click the other shapes. It's very simple, same procedure as this other one. Same procedure as these other ones. Same procedure. Sorry about that, my alarm just came up. So same procedure. Change the color to your gradient. This same gradient. Click OK, and automatically you have this. Now that same thing you do for the second one, the shorter one. Now to make this very short, I would just show you how to go about each of the elements. You get the ones that are unnecessary, I will not talk about it, and I will only tell you what to do to get those elements to get significant. So the most important thing in this design is the background, and we've been able to achieve that. I think that's good. So okay, this is not good enough. Okay, 25. Okay, so here we now have those shapes. After that, the write-ups are now the next thing. Now the main write-up says tutorial, so just type it. Tutorial. Increase the size. Now the font for this particular write-up is, I think I used the font recently. Bogat here, Bogat extra bold trial. This font Bogat. You could check it out online, it's online. I'll just put it down here. This particular, I'll just do it like this. Then I'll copy it. Let me centralize it. Now copy it. Now the reason I'm copying it is to create the effect behind. Notice there's an effect behind. Change the color to the gradient we've used thus far. So let's see. This is it. See how it's coming up together. So now you have that effect, the text effect. Creating text effect most times require using multiple text. So you have this effect. So the next thing is to add the pre-modular new text. Pre-modular. Okay, so here you go. This is pre-modular. You change the color. This should save. Of course, consistency in color is very important. Change the font to Bogart, see Bogart, but instead of the bold version, use the semi-bold. See the contrast between both of them just by using different types, different font size. The same font and reduce the contrast you've created. So the next thing, I want to reduce the opacity of this because it's looking too dark. Now I'm going to reduce the opacity a bit to blend. Your element have to blend into your background. If not, there's a problem. Yeah, I think this should work out. Also reduce the opacity of this modular since they are the same color. Okay, so to save. So here you go, you have this. The next thing is the write-ups, these write-ups, the logo and the logo is a PNG, so you import it in. So for the work of time I imported that in already. I'll just take it to the top now. To the top. I'll also take this to the top and this to the top. Now the logo is a PNG, import it, resize it to the size you want, then place it at the middle. To import PNG is using the normal import mode, that's import this, import here. Now for the text is just a write-up. You get, now you now choose your font of choice and automatically you have this. Now the font for the text is called TWSen. Now it has a bold version. Yeah, this one is the bold version, then this is a regular. You see the difference. Now what I did here is this. I selected the CMD Nigerian student and I made it regular, as the Christian Medical and Dental Association of Nigeria student is bold and UPT chapter is also bold. So that's how we're able to get this. I was able to get these contrast between the letters. You get one side is bold, one side is semi-bold. So that's that about that. Centralize it and show your text is at the middle. Now you lock it. Now for this other part here, the caring for the woman, it's nearly same thing. Type your text in caring for the woman. This is the motto. So type your text in caring for the woman. Then you go to your. The one thing you have to do about this alignment, ensure that they are all aligned to the center. Then you go to your. This text. That text does not have. Let me cancel something. It does not have italicized version. So to italicize this text, you go to your style and click on italicize. Automatically, the text will italicize, and you have this. Okay, this element is unlocked. Unlock this element. Okay, so you have this. Centralize it, and here you go. So the next thing we'll do here now is to create the square shape. We'll just click on the shape. Click on the shape, reduce the opacity to 0, then add stroke to it. I say 2 should work, 2 should save. Now lengthen it. So this is it. This is it. Okay, so you have your centralize it. So the next thing, you go to your, click on that same shape, go to your eraser tool. Now click on this and click on the square. Now what you do, you erase a part of this shape. Now by clicking on this, now you erase the top part. You also erase a part from the down part. After that, you erase from the side. So that was how that shape effect was gotten. So the next thing is to import the Excel. Now that Excel is a PNG. I'll just import it. I think it's my WhatsApp document, so I'll locate that and import it in. Sorry about it. I'll locate it and import it in. So I'll look at my WhatsApp document and import it in. Okay, so let's see where it is. So this is it. This is it. Okay, so this is it. So just that's the background. Let me see if I can import it from if I have it in my PC photo room folder. I'll just work with that. So this is it. I'll click on remove background, erase background, this is erase background. I'll erase the white. Increase the tolerance to 12. To 12 and click on OK. So automatically I have this. Most times it will not work, especially when the main image has a color in the background. So you have to remove the background officially using an external app. So just put this here, then create your shape. Then you create your shape. So just place this option, create a shape. Create a shape. Make the paste 0, add stop to it. Just 2 should be enough. Okay, sorry. Then increase the radius to 25. 25. So reduce the size of the stop to fit this. There you go. You now have that. Change the color of the stroke using second filter to your gradient. Automatically you have that. That's how you'll be able to get this. So you now have this. Now for the other items here, the font type is called poppins. Poppins. So let's just say course featured. Let me just type on course featured. Courses featured. Let me add to it courses to featured. Then I'll change it, capitalize initial. Okay, change the color to white so it will be able to show. Okay, so here you go, place it here. Now this is looking too small, this box is looking too small, so I would advise you increase the size. Maybe should save. So I think that should save. So change the font to poppins. Now poppins, I'm using medium. Then you could also use semi-bold for the anatomy and all those stuff, but for this particular one, just use medium. So this is it. That same thing for every other text here. Let me just copy this and use the medium. Sorry about the arrangement. Okay, semi-bold. Okay, anatomy. Type. First anatomy. Duplicate this. Duplicate it again. Duplicate it again. Then I'll duplicate it again. Now you know what I'm duplicating this as. So with this now you have this. Let me lock this other image. And just look it down. So you have this now. Now the next thing is the line. There's a partition here. I'll create that partition now. Click on your shapes. Make sure it's the size of your text. Then create your partition. After that, come back and compress it more. Automatically you have that partition. Ensure it's at the middle. And lock it. So that's the partition. The last element in this design that has not been added is the good icon. So this is the good icon. Let me just look at it. I can erase the color. Erase the white color. Okay. After erasing the white color, reduce the opacity and place it here for each of them. Reduce it to size and place it there. But the best thing to do, see, if you notice, because the good has white in it, some of the white has gone off. So the best thing to do is to remove the background using either remove bridge or photo room. You get, so you remove the background, and that's the best thing to do, so that you not distort it. So that is how this design was made. So thank you if you joined me thus far. Do have a nice day. Remember to subscribe to keep having content like this.